Alrighty, good evening, everybody. And after a 3+ week break, we are finally back for some Mario Kart Central Prime Time. With the new MKU season just around the corner starting this weekend, many teams have decided to stay busy this offseason, competing in tournaments such as Runners Assemble and Velocity. And we are here in the quarterfinals of the Runners Assemble tournament. A tournament which started out with 32 teams has made it down to their final 8, and we'll be showing some gold bracket quarterfinal action today between the 4 and 5 seed Symphony and Arcanum. Alongside me, I'm Josh K. Alongside me in the booth, I'm not sure if he's making his debut or not, but making his debut with me, I'm really excited for it, is Galley. Welcome to the booth, man. How are you doing so far?
Dude, I'm great. Happy to be here. Happy to be here casting with you first off. Like
Yeah,
great
awesome, man.
experience.
Good answer.
And
Good
as
answer.
we as we can see, we got the lineups here in front of us. And now, for those who don't know, I'm actually on Symphony. I am the leader of the team. So I will try as hard as I can be to not be biased for this first match of this cast tonight. But at least with that, I know both these lineups very well. Obviously, I know Symphony. We play Arcanum a lot. So with Symphony here, you have Ayano, Vocaloid Princess, aka Miles, Icon, Fate, Sky the Kid, Sand. For Arcanum, you got Diego TXT, Claw, Quilo, Light, Fran, and Alondro. So on the Symphony side of things here, are like they're strong. You got our strong runners. We have, Ayano, Fate, Sky. Like those are the guys that they're gonna go for us. Like hopefully they can keep those top spots. For Arcanum though, everyone knows Alondro is the most dangerous player in this room, bar none. Watch out for him. He has good backup too with Light and Diego, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, yeah, good insight, and it'll be cool. Even if you are biased, Galley, it'll be okay because I can be biased for Arcanum side just to make it more interesting. Um,
So the said it is you're just gonna pull really hard for Arcanum
yeah, I'm
and
gonna
I'll
pull for
pull really hard for
Arcanum.
Symphony.
Yeah, just to
Okay.
just to get some friendly fire going here.
All right, all
Winner
right.
winner of this match will be facing Midnight Wasps in the semifinals. Midnight Wasps getting a free win after their opponent KA forfeited just a few minutes ago. So you hate to see that, but it is it is win or go home in the single elimination bracket. Symphony absolutely flew through the group stage. I see you guys went 7-0. Did you have any trouble in any of your group stage matches?
We definitely did.
Okay.
We ran into trouble with Kart Venger's team. We actually only beat them by 14 points. They gave us quite the scare, and it was tied on the last race.
Hmm.
And we beat Shells from Hell by about 30 points, but it was more or less that was one where we consistently just had the lead a little bit. I know Arcanum in their last match to lose. Unfortunately, they're undefeated in group play. They lost to PH by about 14 points in a very tight match. I actually watched the end of it. It was a really good match too. So right now you're seeing two teams that are pretty probably should be pretty close here.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So both teams having a lot of group stage success. The top two out of every eight, it was four groups of eight teams. The top two were able to move on to this gold bracket final eight. Arcanum finishing second in their group behind Pirate Hackers, as you mentioned. Symphony finishing first with a 7-0 record in their group. Meet today in this quarterfinal matchup. And you mentioned it'll be a close match. Well, I did mention that MKU is just around the corner, starting in four very short days. Symphony was seeded Division 4, or at least their first team, higher octave, and Arcanum's first team is seeded Division 5. Their name Arcanum Eterna. I believe that's pronouncing it correctly.
That's
So it's a
correct.
Division 4 versus 5 matchup. So with that information alone, if you're a big seedings fan, you would say AVA or Symphony would win this game. But we will. Are these both Team One lineups for both these teams, or are they more mixed?
I'm pretty sure Arcanum that is all their first team. Maybe Fran might be on the second team. I'm not sure, but I know at least five of them are on their first team. For us, that's all AVA. For us, that's a 6 out of 6 AVA lineup.
Yeah, and 6 Americans as well. We
Yes,
I don't
yes.
see that super often. So yeah, and shout out to Ayano and Fran for both streaming for us. We'll have some back. We'll be back to the dual POV. Um, yeah, I'm excited to get back in the booth. Hopefully, we'll be starting up soon. Been a little while for myself. Um, and
I like I said to you before, that I was actually on the last cast we did for MKC, which was the EuroLeague finals. That was actually a pretty good and fun cast for the most part.
Yeah.
So happy to actually. It's surprising that I'm actually immediately back in because usually I'm like I'm the for MKC. I'm the emergency caster. I'm like if we have no one left, I'm the guy who will step in and do the casting job.
Hey, maybe you'll be number one after this one. Who knows? So.
Oh no no no! I'm not here to be number one. Usually I like to be behind the scenes, making sure everything's running smoothly. But now I'm
Yeah.
here, just commentating the action to all of you watching.
Yeah. Yeah. For those who don't know, Galley does a lot of the work behind the scenes. For the media team. So we're ever grateful for what he does for the squad and for the
Thank you
guys.
for the kind words. Thank you.
And yeah, so I ask this every time I have us cast. I've actually never casted with the same person twice in my 5 or 6 or 7 casts. I'm gonna ask who's gonna win the match, and by exactly how many points.
Well, I gotta say Symphony. How many points? I'm gonna say we win this by 20. We win this by 20.
Gotcha, 20-point race or war. Okay, we'd like to see that. Just to spite you, I'm gonna pick Arcanum to win. I think I think okay, here's how it's gonna go. AVA is gonna get off to a hot start, be about 40, 50 up after GP after 4 races, and then Arcanum's gonna come back a little bit, and they're gonna end up winning it by about 8 in a very close matchup. And so we'll see if that's the case. Um, get to watch your own team lose right in front of you, and we'll be on to the final four as we wait for that 11th person to join the room, or
Yeah,
12th
we're here
person.
sitting on 11. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I see all my members in. No, I don't. I can tell you the last person in is up there. He is.
Nice,
It was Sky. All right.
as if on cue.
Yeah, literally on cue. I was just about to be like, "Oh, Sky's missing." Oh, never mind. There he is.
We see somebody, I think, shout out to Cone predicting an AVA +6. Yeah, if you get that right, if you get that prediction right and the score, that would be that's impressive stuff. We
I'll
all remember.
maybe give somebody $5 if they get the score right.
Oh, I for sure. We all remember the Inkling Fingers MA war that I said the MA would win by 4, and they're up by 2 with 1 to go. So it was we almost got that one.
Almost
But,
there.
who's more like for who is it more important to get off to a fast start? Do you think?
Oh, I would say Arcanum because they need the front presence they need to give Ale that front presence early so he could run wild. They need to get off
Gotcha.
to the hot start for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're hyping him up for being a super strong runner. So we'll see if he can
He
be up to the
is
task.
like as much as I love this, as much as I love my own team, Ale is the best player in the room. Like
Okay.
that's it. Like you got to watch out for him. He's a game changer for sure.
Cool. Do you think lag will be an issue? A lot of Latin American players.
um, I do play this team a lot. I could say there's definitely experienced some lag in my day playing them, but good to see that the room got off to a clean start. So we're there.
Exactly. Yep. So we will see as we are going to Twisted Mansion. Has 8V or it looks like we're using the 8VE tag today. Looks
Yeah,
like they have
AP
top
will
3.
will be APs. I know some of them didn't change it yet, but APE tag when we play is one.
I'll probably say 8VA out of
It's you're good. Don't worry.
cool. But yeah, best of luck to both teams. We're watching Fran decide to start an immediate last, and good to see an inward in the room. And we have
Yeah,
a
we
large.
will be
Go ahead.
we'll be getting an inward perspective here with
Yeah.
Fran, and Ayano is an outward. I don't know what combo he's using. He switches a lot between Whaler and Scooty, so I guess we'll
Gotcha.
find out when we switch over to him.
Yeah, and a lot of character diversity so far, which if we can note that down, would definitely help us out. As I know backing early, it makes you wonder if we could switch POVs here at the beginning, because we have not much of an idea what's going on. But good to be back to having some competitive Mario Kart action on the Twitch channel here.
So Fran here, let's see, he's in the back. Oh, Sand's also back here with him. Pulls the blue early. I wonder who's in first. Looks like his team as he's holding on to it.
Oh, maybe
Okay,
not.
never mind. Maybe not. That was a bit of a time he held on for it.
And I'm always curious because he decided to bag right away, and it's always a interesting strategy. He might have just failed the start boost and just decided to bag, but taking yourself out of the race right away is always a bold strategy. I feel like because you're giving your team a 5v6.
I would say though, this is kind of the track that you could get away with that on. TM's a track where you could have one guy in the back, and you're probably like one guy like as far back as he is, and you're not gonna get hurt for it.
Yeah,
I
love
do
the
wonder who's back there with him though. If it's an AVA member or if it's
Yeah.
It's another. Okay, so Icon's back there with him.
Sweet. Yeah, we see 3 of the bottom 4 currently held by Arcanum. We're into lap 3 already. Really haven't seen much this race as no shock was being pulled by Fran there. He's going to have to make his break for the front now. Pack is very close, so he could definitely still get up there. And
Fire
as,
back, hitting
no.
some Arcanum.
As Arcanum looks like they're using the me, so
Yes, they are the me.
we have no idea who the front support
Yeah,
is.
it looks really mixed right now. Oh, there's some Arcanum though right here in these mid spots.
Yeah.
So maybe AVE top spots?
User fire there. Oh, he is able to get somebody on the line potentially. Unable to spam in a very split race. 1, 3,
Oh
5,
wow.
7, 9,
Yeah.
12. So
Slight
that's
advantage for Arcanum.
yeah. Yeah, so that's a solid start, just like we said they needed for Arcanum. And apparently we're getting word there's too much delay between the 2 streamers to switch during the race, which is unfortunate.
I guess.
We'll see if they get that fixed, but so I'm not sure if we'll be sticking with Fran for the majority or not, but that is that's a +6 off to a winning start for Arcanum. They're up 6 on pace to win by 72. So just watch out, Galley.
Well, then we are picking. Grumble is our best track, so they're whipping it out early here.
Yeah, actually, I'm a big fan of Grumble's actually my 3rd favorite track, so I'm really excited. Or 2nd favorite track, love to see it.
Huge
So.
Grumble fan. The
Yeah.
whole team is a huge Grumble fan.
And yeah, do you like to go Grumble just to draft or run or just like?
Yeah, it's a draft. It's a drafting track for us, but it's like that's our go-to track. Like
Gotcha.
if we need to if we're in drafting spots, we're definitely gonna pick Grumble. Like that's just very known.
As we head to reload TikTok, I love that. I absolutely love that. TikTok clock for the 2nd track. And yeah, so hopefully Fran does not decide to burn out here. And okay, so we get to see him race a little bit more.
TikTok being one of the better inward tracks in the game. It's
Yeah,
I know Roberto's a big fan of the track, so
for sure. And I always I'm fascinated watching inward players because like I've never ever. Well, I've made that mistake with outward, so I feel you there, Fran. But
yeah.
But I've never used an inward even for fun, and so like I don't even know like how it works, and the lines are definitely different, or just why you choose to use inward in the first place. But it's always interesting for me. So
I could never. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. As a Fran is spending a lot of time in the back so far.
Yeah, Fran here with the star and the shrooms, immediately using it and trying to get back into the race. It looks again like we have a lot of mix. Oh, okay, we're flipping over to Ayano here. Ayano's in first, running here with the shroom, no less.
Yeah. So it looks like the lag issue got fixed a bit because he's looks to be on time with Fran's POV, which is good. So.
I wonder who's in second here because if he has protection, he can definitely afford to hold. Oh, the blue is out. Okay, so hopefully his teammates behind him and he can dodge this cleanly. Perfect.
Yeah. Getting it done, doing what he needs to do here in first with the icon behind him, and so in a good position here going to lap 3 with the top 2. Is that me? Me looks like his icon gets taken out, so a big lead now for Ayano, trying to get first place for his team, and the rest we don't know who's up there in the rest of the spots in the top. But Ayano is absolutely kind of gone right now.
So I will say for us in trying to figure out who the people are, the Mies are definitely Arcanum, and we're all Waluigi except for Miles, who was one of the Roys.
Okay. As Ayano unable to get the protection out in time, but looks like he'll still be able to hold on to first unless something drastic happens here.
Nice. Oh, Icon coming up behind him.
Yeah. Oh, bomb coming up. Somebody in a ghost. Somebody hit by the bomb.
There was a lot of things going on at that last section.
Oh, an Icon. Where did he go? Wow, he got 8. That bomb must have sniped him. Wow, that's cool.
So, seemingly a complete flip from the last race with APE getting all the odd spots this time, for the most part.
Yeah, and that bomb must have sniped somebody, and that was a big play from Arcanum there to get the 2-4 instead of like a top 2. It looked like so. So we probably have an even war going in after 2.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be tight.
Yeah, as we would like to see here. Got the 4-5 matchup. Do you think not we still have 10 races to go, but do you think the war against MW will be a close match against either of these teams, or how would that war shaped up to be? So,
It really depends what kind of lineup MW is gonna pull. I mean, even their quote unquote weaker lineups are still pretty strong relative to the competition they'll be playing. So, but depending on what they pull, we could get a close match. But we're gonna see.
gotcha, yeah. But a lot of work to be done, as that's a +10 for Symphony as they take a 4-point lead after 2 and getting their track pick as well. So we'll see if they're able to establish the spots. We get to see if Ayano is able to keep a lead here in first. As we see someone riding the the Yoshi amiibo. That's awesome.
No meta in this war, just a lot of Miis.
Yeah, love to see it. I wonder how much of a disadvantage that is, if much at all. I don't know, but um,
I couldn't tell you. I don't use anything that's not the
yeah.
meta.
Still getting
I'm one of
outspeeded
those
though.
people.
Yeah. As getting a trail on somebody, Ayano is, and after they're going past probably the laggiest turn in the game, and Ale holding on first though for Arcanum, so Ayano battling right now for first place with him. I don't know where he went because now he's in first alone.
Taken out? Yeah. Did he get taken out when he was on the left side? Yeah. The DK's in fourth now, so I wonder if something hit him.
Yeah. So off to a good start for Ayano. A strong run. I'm wondering if we could switch. I think we're back in sync.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So Fran's in 11th here with a Shroom and a star. Let's see if he just. Oh no, he's going to be forced to use a star. There's a lot of AVE back here too.
Yeah. Definitely a lot. So 3 out of 4 bottom spots right now for Symphony. His friend using a star right away again. Interesting decision there. I guess the red shell.
I mean, he played it safe there, and it looks like it's going to work out for him as he gets the double here.
Yeah. 8th place box, unfortunate though, pulling just streams red. Not what you want. I think that's an 8VE member in dead last right now. So if there's a shock,
it looks like AVE is going for the shock. There is a lot of Arcanum up here in these top spots. His teammate letting him pass as Fran Stroom's up here into 4th.
The top 3 kind of gone right now, so I'm assuming Ayano is still in first place, and that's the DK 2nd place for Fran, or for Arcanum. And
so it'll be interesting to see here who's the person in 3rd place.
Yeah. So at least the 2-4. We'll see if Fran's able. Oh, he throws some greens up. That random green could be deadly in the. Oh, not the best.
No, not the best miss at all. Losing spots to AVE members.
Yeah, so that's like a -4 fail because 2 of his opponents passed him. So,
but a top 2 for Arcanum.
Ooh, very good spots. Yeah. And so Arcanum, despite that fail, that could have been a top 2-4 if he didn't fail there.
Yeah, they could have easily gotten more points off of that.
Yeah. But off to a solid start for Arcanum, as the lead will change once again, I believe. Somebody's saying in the chat that the TikTok turn might be laggier than Music Parks. You might be right.
They're both pretty up there, and we just played them back to back. So
I still think RMP. I think Music Parks is more laggy, but
yeah, I feel like on Music Park, just like everyone's that's a guaranteed, like for sure. Like I feel like on TikTok sometimes you get past it.
Yeah, and that's a massive race there for Arcanum. So Symphony not able to win on their own track, on the track with all the music. As,
it's literally the banner for the Twitter, dude.
Yeah,
the track.
So that's embarrassing for you guys. So I hate to see
it, dude.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get roasted this whole time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, as we go to Water Park. Whose pick was that? Did you notice? That's got.
It was Arcanum. Arcanum picked it.
The water track picks are 2-2 right now, even split. And yeah, we'll see. This is obviously the big inward track, but Fran deciding he doesn't want it.
Burned out too. Yeah, I don't think that was intentional for any of them.
Yeah, so 2 Arcanum players burning out early. I was like, I don't know, getting a good first couple turns here. Yep, there you go. That's 2-3-4 right now for
do you show up Symphony
deciding not to game the draft? So good, well played there. Good patience from Ayano. As their current. Oh. Right.
So it looks like, oh, I was gonna say, it looks like there's a good amount of AVE, but Sky just got taken out by a red. It looked like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a pack still very tight on lap 1. So I know looks like he's trying to trail somebody. Just throwing a banana up there as
Oh,
gotta watch out.
Ale pulling the
Oh,
greens.
yep. Fran finds himself in an interesting position here with some triple greens. Could do some damage here if he turns up into sand. As he does try to, gets one,
And he
gets
gets
two.
him. Oh,
Ooh.
I think it was just Sand the one time, and it hit
Okay.
him twice.
Okay.
But he got Sand for sure. Sand is
Yep.
gone. And
Mm-hmm.
Sand is the other Roy, so both Roys are AVE.
Cool. And it only took us 4.5 races to figure it out. So.
I should also know my own team better.
Yeah. And some Waluigi's in dead last, but for the rest in first place is kind of separated as well.
A lot of AVE here again in these middle spots. Interesting to see who would be the top two. Well, there's a few Mii's in 2-3, so who's first really is what it comes down to.
Yeah, as a fire underwater makes sense. As Fran avoiding that fire, and Ayano in a good spot now with a star red going into the last turn here.
Yeah, he's gonna be in a dodge for most of the rest of the race here, pretty much.
You gotta red him. Oh, that's your own.
That's
teammate.
a teammate.
Dodging the
shock.
shock. Yeah.
Okay, gets a few spots here. It looks like a top two for Arcanum, yeah.
So yeah, and
3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 11 for AV.
Pretty even race there. I like how you naturally read it based on your team spots. As
habit.
Yeah, top 2, 5 looks like a 9, 10, 12 or something like that. I'm gonna mark that down as a AV or a Symphony shock. Let me know if that's incorrect, but
I would say it probably was.
Yeah. And that's only a 4-point win actually for Arcanum. So they've won 2 in a row, and they take the first EP by 16. So not how I predicted it to go, but Arcanum off to the stronger start after 4. How are you feeling about your team right now?
Well, right here they got to turn it around with Grumble for sure. But like I said with Arcanum, they needed to get out to the better start, and they've done that. So
yeah, so good stuff. This Division 5 upset. Maybe Arcanum will win this match and ask to be seeded to D4. We don't know.
It's too late. It's all set in stone. It is all set in stone, everybody. You cannot change now.
Yeah. As I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about the divisions and stuff between the matches or something. As we have a new record of 21 divisions of 8 teams, which is pretty crazy. So shout out to everybody who plays Mario Kart.
I literally said a few weeks ago in staff chat that by the end of the year we'll reach 22 divs. Well, we just reached 21, so I think that's getting shattered.
Yeah, dang, that is great to see. As we head to DNBC, Neo Bowser. Track. I've never been a big fan of this track, but Ayano getting the perfect start, getting the box, getting the shroom, and off to the races now. Switching his character, switching the to the Scooty.
Yeah, I was actually just about to point that out that he switched to Scooty, but it is better on this track than Wiggler, so.
Yeah, maybe he knew. Yeah.
And this is a track that we pick sometimes. I wouldn't say we play it often, but definitely not a stranger to the track, as AVE is top 3 right now.
There you go. So, off to a good start here for the Symphony. Is Fran gonna shroom up for hold of 3, 4, 5? It looks like for Arcanum. And so, as you see, a couple people in the bottom 2 spots, or at least Arcanum in last at the moment. Not many shocks so far in this war.
No,
only
just,
one.
Just the one. Yeah. And it looks like Arcanum is in 3, 4, 5, except Fran failing his line a bit, partially due to the blooper.
Yeah, blooper can be deadly on this turn, or many of these turns. Oh, and getting sniped.
Banana snipe. Oh, but
clipping Ayano there. Yeah.
2 people got hit by his trail. Look like Sand and Ayano.
Yeah. And the turn. I made up a turn.
That's a powerful pull.
Oh, there you go. There's
a lot of AV around him, doing a lot of damage. Yep, takes out Sand.
Yep. And we'll see if they have a shock. He's using his ghost here first set, pulling a star. Does he go? He does. Who he does? Okay, so going for it all right now as they're holding.
Pack looks pretty tight right now. I don't think a shock's gonna come in play. Maybe a blue shell.
Surprised he started. Maybe Vocal started Sand there. I don't know, but somebody did. And he's gonna watch out for Bills, and he did not, and he pays the price.
Ayano in 4th now. A few Arcanum, it looks like, in the front.
Yeah.
Blue shell's out, so it's probably held in maybe a top 3 for Arcanum, unless ABE was in 2nd.
Maybe at least the 1-3. And how about a
The
top
top
3?
3.
Yeah, and you know, so Arcanum continues to win races here early on, as we're getting close to the midway point. Uh, all the momentum feels to be with this Latin American side. And how will
It
Symphony
sure
respond?
does.
Yeah, so there you go.
I would assume at this point that they'll probably pick a bagging track. Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Haven't won a race in a while. They're going to try to reset things here, even though that last race only seemed to be, let's see, -12.
yeah.
So
As as our media
but it's
team continues to struggle putting the tracks in, but it's all good.
don't be too hard on them.
No, they're doing a great job. Doing a great job, and just to catch the spots is
Almost
always
halfway here.
difficult. Yeah, and so another track pick for Arcanum. So that's actually 4 out of the first 6. Um,
Arcanum up 28 here.
yeah. So if they're able to hold these spots and get even a bigger lead after half, that'd be big. As getting shot immediately, Ayano by the triple nanas. That's a little unfortunate. As third place
And
bull. Yeah.
right off the bat, AP looks to be in
Yeah.
bottom 3.
And he still got the nanas out there, actually. Can't really see a glimpse of it, as Fran missing a couple boost pads there. But oh yeah, ramp strat with the inward is just so cool. I think it just looks so
It's
nice.
so it is very interesting to look at. It's
Yeah.
also pretty tight and clean.
Yeah.
So very mixed it looks like right now, outside of maybe some of those bottom spots, but you could tell Ole's probably in first because he's one of the DK. He's the other DK actually. So
There's somebody holding a horn. Looks like Light. He could be aggressive here and try to hit Fate, but he's got his teammate right behind him, and Ayano in front of him with the green. 2, 3,
so
4
two
for
three
AVE.
yeah
Yeah.
2 3 4. Ayano does have to be careful. He just gets rid of it, which is definitely the smarter play here.
Good play there from the man, as they are in
See
good
if he
spots.
tries to back this here. He doesn't. He keeps the green.
Does he pull a shroom? He does. And so he'll able to shroom up into top 2 now, looks like, for AVE. Looking in
Okay.
good shape now. As they have a shroom with Icon, I believe. Yep. So now I think top 3 actually looks like things are
Top
looking
3,
very
yep.
promising now for the Symphony. And and they're going to hold the spots all the way to the end unless there's a blue shell or like a bomb snipe or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Or a shot.
oh no,
Ooh, no.
Fran has it in pocket.
But look how far ahead the top 4 are. I don't know if it's gonna do much because they're so
It's
gone.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. It depends what Ale gets here at that set, and if he
Yeah.
gets him into it. So it looks like people stopped for AV while some people
Oh.
kept going.
Interesting
So
strategy
they
there.
knew, yeah. So it looks like they figured out that they had shock. Let's see if it works to AV's benefit.
Yeah. As able to get
some
into
Arcanum dying though.
Ooh, okay. And how did that finish up? That was probably the most chaotic race there. As
2,
1,
3,
5,
4. Sorry, I keep reading it from AV's
Nah.
perspective.
It's all good. As still getting a 2, 3, 4. So it looks like their top 3 just moved down a spot. And so a pretty effective shock though for Arcanum there. As that's a pull minus. That's a +4
Minus-
for Arcanum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
-4 for Symphony. So they're up 32 now at the halfway point here.
Yeah. As I like to give shocks like a value based on like points won because that was like a top 3 almost secured for AVE, which would have been at least what like a +12 or so. You would
Yeah.
think. And since they lost the race by 4, it's like a +16 shock. So well done for Arcanum and Fran pulling that shock successfully there. So well done. Helping his team out from the back. And the momentum keeps going. That's 4 straight winning races now for Arcanum. AVE just needs something. They just need to win something. They're not losing by many points. They lost a couple by 4 and then by 12 and 16. So they're absolutely still in the war. They're not getting blown out. But Arcanum is just one top 4 away. It feels like from making it a big deficit. So
Yeah, that's exactly my thought process here is who's going to get that first, like, really big score? Is AVE going to get it and put themselves right back into it, or is Arcanum going to get it and blow the doors off it?
Yeah. As we head to Royal Raceway, as yeah, this is always an interesting track. As it looks like, is that an AVE DK? Who's that right there? An 11.
No,
That's
that's
Ale, okay.
Ale, yeah.
Okay, Ale, yeah. Does he always use Biddy Buddy?
No, I think he just changed to that.
Okay. As- So people bagging right away, which I feel like is not a bad strategy on Royal.
Absolutely not.
Shot could be a game changer here. As was that that was their pick. That was another
This was
Arcanum pick.
Arcanum's pick. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This track is Arcanum's pick.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's 5 out of 7. And they're taking advantage of their track picks so far. And
Yeah, top 2 right now for Arcanum.
yep. It's
Let's
going
see
for a
if
sniper
either
on
of
the
these
side.
hit.
Ooh!
Oh, neither of them. Oh,
got
he gets
one?
him on the smart bounce. He smart
Yep.
bound. All
There you
right.
go. There's calculated smart bounce. I think he got somebody else too, like in the background or something. And yeah, so well done there from Ayano, getting himself into second place. As the bottom 3 are very well separated. At least
Cool.
one of each team is in that bottom 3. Oh, and getting it back on
Oh,
line.
nice back. Yeah, there you
Thanks,
go.
Ayano.
Failed
Yep.
his line, but recovered with that nice back.
Worth it for sure.
Yeah, let's see if he could get double reds here. This double. As Sandstrom's up in front of him.
Yes, is that a top 3 for? No, it's a 2-3, 2-3.
Yeah, Arcanum's
Yeah.
in first.
Yeah. Oh, interestingly, using his bananas.
There's a ghost in front of him too. Okay, so 2, 3, 4 for Symphony.
A lot going on right now for Ayano, trying to dodge Scream from the back. Able to do so far, but this turn, yep, getting hit, but clipping the player there, so it worked out for him. Going blow for blow there as the top 3.
Yeah, traded off.
Yep. And is there a shotgun play? Ooh, triple reds for a... Oh, there is.
Oh, it looks like an Arcanum shock.
Really?
Maybe? Sky's
knows?
holding blue, so Symphony's maybe in first?
It's all going to come out of this last turn here as Ayano going for that double. And
So, yeah, he's holding blue still, so Symphony's getting first.
almost slapping his teammate there. Yeah, so at least a 1-6-7. I don't know, probably better. No, not even
2,
close.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Last. Another
Oof.
winning race for Arcanum.
I could hear the disappointment in your voice.
I'm trying not to be.
Yeah.
So Arcanum doing exactly what they need to do though. When they're getting another 4, it was another 4 there. So it's slowly building on the lead. Still within 1 race for Symphony. It's 36 now.
I'm gonna ask the Twitch chat whose shock you think that was, because we didn't see much.
Yeah, I have no idea. I honestly don't know. There was some AV dodges, but I saw an Arcanum guy use a ghost, but I felt like it was only because he was getting redded, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as our Symphony still wants to pick Grumble Volcano,
They want it badly. I know how badly they want it right now.
yeah. I wonder if you pick the same track, does it decrease your odds? Like in that track, like does the game now?
I don't know if you spam the same track, if it'll be like, no, you're not getting it. That's probably just just all mental. That's just something we think.
Yeah. But I'm a big fan of odds as they're finally getting their track. And we'll see. Is this a turning point for Symphony?
Yeah, can they finally turn it around?
Yeah. Grumble is very underrated. I very much agree. MP8 Damien. It is my second favorite track in the game.
It's a great track.
And
better than the Wii version because it's not broken to hell.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. As speaking of like broken strats, a new strat was discovered today on Twitter, as far as I know, with the bullet bill and the cannon on various different tracks, potentially going faster if you fall off.
Yeah.
So go on Twitter if you haven't checked that out. People are posting it quite over the place. It's cool to see new strats being discovered still 4 years later. As we just hit the 4th. Today is actually the 4th anniversary of the game, is it not? Or was it yesterday?
I have no idea. I didn't get the game on launch, so I don't know.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to game we play a lot.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, right now, though, in the race, it looks like there's a lot of Arcanum in the front, at least in the top half of spots here for the most part.
Yeah.
2 Symphony here, though, in 3, 4, but I think it's a top 2 right now for Arcanum.
There's Ayano getting taken out, or somebody, for AV.
It is a top 2 now.
Yep. There's Fran showing some flawless inward lines right now. Does he trail it? Come on, you gotta trail Fate here. Oh, the Nana coming up from Fate. Nana has another Nanner.
He's threatening with the back. Ooh. Did he get him? He didn't.
No. I'm pretty sure this is Icon's favorite track, currently in 4th place. Yeah.
The inward backs are so deadly. Let's see if he... Oh,
yeah.
well, he is... Triple, that's a good pull. I wonder if his teammate, who is that? Oh, it's Icon. Okay, Icon showed up in front
It's
of
kind
him.
of failing a little bit, clipping the dirt, having to use a shroom to catch up. As
Taking the second place box.
interesting.
Oh, the shock comes in play.
Yeah. As it seemed like a pretty neutral shock. Nobody really dodging in the middle or the front.
Yeah.
Not even coming before set. It came like before the set, which is interesting. As Ayano could do some damage right now if he wants to, and he gets one by.
He gets one.
Yep, he's got to clip him here. I'm sure he could. Right? Yep.
I think
one.
Icon maybe in first. So
that would be big for 8v.
Yeah, if Icon's in first, this is pretty big. If he backs, I think, yeah.
As the short coming in. Ooh, and that's a top 3 maybe.
So if it was Icon in first,
no,
it wasn't.
It never
okay.
Is. It's never AVE. I think that's like the 6th race in a row where they get first place for Arcanum.
So I think that's a small win for AVE.
As yeah, so not
it's
exactly.
A tie.
It's a tie.
Tie.
I guess we'll count that as a small win.
1 GP left to make up 36 points.
Yeah, and the birthday for Mario Kart was actually yesterday.
Okay.
2017. So this is year number 5 for the game. So, and doing stronger than ever, which we love to see. So.
Yeah, I mean, as we can see with the MKU growth, just a straight line upwards.
Yes, sir.
Who knows by the end of the year how many members we're gonna be at?
And we love to see the constant growth and the different tournaments. We just had Velocity. It's still going on actually, but we'll be casting some of that this Saturday. But they had like I think 96 teams or something like that. So it might have been the largest single like weekend tournament in the history. I'm not sure.
I think it was 88, and I think that is the highest like non-MKU tournament has gotten for sure.
Gotcha. And we also have I completely lost track of what I was gonna say, but
don't worry about it. AV getting their track pick actually.
Yeah. 2 in a row. We'll see if they can win a race. They got to start coming back right now because
they really need it. Down 36 with 4 left. That's basically almost needing 10 points a race here. Ayano out early in first as well, but I don't know if there's any AV behind him. It looks okay. So Fate's behind him, and it looked like Miles was there too. So it looks like a top 2-4 probably,
or like 1-3 maybe.
1-3-4 possibly. Yeah.
This pack very spread out already, and
double reds.
But that's honestly okay, as they're still very split in the top. I think they have 4 of the top 6 spots. Never mind.
Oh, but some fire. Yep.
Yep. And Nanas too.
And some more.
Yeah. As the pack is very split out right now.
Yeah. So first is Miles, but 2-3-4 is 2-3-4 is Arcanum.
And they're gonna have to get some good spots if they want to come back in this war, else their runners assembly lives will be coming to an end here. As the triple reds is a key pull, but an even bigger pull is a shot.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. As what do they do with the shot? They use it right now. How about that? Target shot first. Yep.
Yeah. So took out first. Yep.
For sure.
It's a lap 2 shock though, so there's still some time to come back. If it did even hurt AP at all. It'd be interesting to see who's last because 11th is Sand. So.
Yeah, and if it's an APE in last, that's just not good.
That's really bad if it's an APE in last.
Somebody in the chat saying that this team has pulled 97 shocks. I can confirm it.
I think that's
only 4 at the most. Somewhere from 3 to 4. But hey, getting shocks is part of the game, and
that's just part of the game, man.
We'll see if they can capitalize here. As
okay, can't use the red because his teammates in front of him. Gets the back off.
Like.
Yeah, the inward back.
Yeah, those are just so hard.
Devastating as always.
Yeah, and it looks getting some good spots here at the end. The red still not doing any damage. And so, who won that race?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who won.
How about a top
3 for Arcanum, and that could be the dagger.
Dang, and the Symphony is running its risk of being over.
Yeah,
they're going to 3 races left, and yeah, it's an 18-point win. That's the biggest swing race of the war, actually. 18 points 54-point lead
54 points. They got to
for
make up in
Arcanum.
3
Yeah,
races.
that is absolutely massive.
A tall task for a lot of teams.
And this is just a single match. Winner of this single match will play the winner of. Oh, I
They'll
had
play The winner of this match will play Midnight
yeah,
Wasp
Midnight
because
Wasp, correct.
Carnita Asada had to forfeit against them in the first round due to not being able to gather.
Yes. And we will be casting after this the other semifinal. But
yes, we'll be casting the winner of TRP and War versus the winner of PH and Shells from Hell.
yeah.
So that's up next after this one.
And when's the final? Is the final in
The
is it
final
this
will
Friday?
final is Saturday. It is
Okay.
Saturday.
Cool. And MKU starts Sunday. So and I know that the Velocity finals and everything are on this Saturday as well. So a lot of Mario Kart going on this week.
There is a lot of Mario Kart going on this weekend.
Yeah. Love to see it. And yeah, the time is now. It's going to be coming on this on this luck-based track of Cheeseland, and Arcanum just needs to survive this race. If they can get a tie or like a -8 or better, that's all they really need. They just need to not give a huge race to AV because they have to win by an average of 18 points a race or something like that. So
yeah, exactly what you said. Arcanum needs damage control on a track like this, and Symphony is trying to get as big of a race as they possibly can.
What's the number of baggers you like to go? As we see 2 baggers away in the back, or at least one guy in the back, frozen.
Oh yeah, there's someone not moving. That's interesting. So hope they didn't crash.
Yeah, this could be some.
But usually what we would do is we have about 4. We probably have 4 baggers. Oh, he pulled doubles, triple shrooms. Yeah. So the room, usually a bad sign that the room's gonna crash when that happens.
Yeah. And,
this race may be all for naught.
Yeah. As it's always weird when this happens because you know it might not count, but it still might, and like it gets.
Yeah, and it still might. Yeah, it does get to your head. It sucks because you think the room's gonna close and you're pulling all these wacky items in weird spots like double, triple shrooms.
Yeah.
And it's taking forever to get an item.
At least he's not pulling 11th place coins, which can happen too. So.
Yes. The double golden.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. This is
We're just gonna see how many doubles we can pull here. Yeah. That shouldn't happen.
As in terms of the race, we see like a couple Roys in top 2, so maybe an AV top 2 at the moment, or maybe 2-3, maybe even top 3 with Waluigi. But
can you pull anything like that's not shrooms when the room might crash? Because that's all I see right now is just shrooms.
That's interesting. Actually, I see no stars.
No stars or bills.
Yeah, 0.
Just shrooms.
So very interesting. Somebody changed the item mode to shrooms only for this race.
Halfway through the race.
Yeah, that's kind of hype. As Fran able to get a couple spots at the end into we don't even know because the room's gonna crash. So
yeah, the room is most likely just gonna crash.
Yeah, so we get to see. If you haven't heard, Cheeseland is a great track of Arcade Deluxe. I believe it's in the Egg Cup. I might be wrong, completely wrong about that.
It is in the Egg Cup.
Let's go. one of the more bagging tracks in the game. Teams like to use it to reset the spots and put the race up to chance when you start with bad spots. But that Waluigi decided to take a timeout and go meditate for the race, and I think
there it is. Yeah. The race does not count, so we'll never know what happened because we couldn't even get a good read on the top spots there.
It's also apparently it's not the Egg Cup, it's the Crossing Cup. So.
Oh, Crossing, yeah. Whatever. We pretend we know what we're talking about when it comes to the game.
it's because there's the 12 cups, but honestly I can't even tell you like all the tracks in every cup. I've never really like memorized it like the way I did in Wii. Like,
when you're playing the game, it's muscle memory and just where to go for the track, not which cup it's in.
Yeah. And say in my defense, I've only been in the game for about a year now, so
that's coming up on 2 years.
Yeah. And so we'll get a track reset here. Maybe that's the reset that Symphony needed.
Yeah, maybe who knows? Maybe this is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, because they were hosting the war, correct? So maybe they're gonna get some good spots.
Yes. Symphony is the host.
Maybe they were tilted in call, but this will give them a chance to reset and just take a breather. Maybe that's what they needed. We'll see. And
says everyone works their way back into room.
Yeah, and if you ever need to know how many races are left, just hit me up. Race left, there are currently 3. So or
Just
no,
hit me
yeah,
up.
3. Yeah. As random stats, track picks currently 5-4 to Arcanum. Shocks has been a total of 5. We've only confirmed 3 of them. 2 of them to Arcanum, 1 for Symphony. The other 2 we don't know. We don't know who's shock on Grumble or Royal, but
Yeah, that's what we
yeah,
didn't figure out. Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like on Royal it was probably a Symphony shock, and on Grumble it was probably an Arcanum shock.
Gotcha. But we'll never know. All we do know is that Arcanum's up 54 and just they could actually close it out with a big race. And
Yeah.
or will Symphony come back? We'll see. Semifinal spot on the line here in Rumble's Runners Assemble. And yeah, it's been very well played so far from Arcane. Haven't lost a race since race 2 on TikTok. So it's been.
If you'll notice too, a good example here on how to let people back into the room. I would assume that it was one of the AVE members who caused room to crash because Arcanum was 2 through 7 as they joined.
Okay.
And it'll be a 1 and bottom 5 for AVE to start off this 10th race.
Cool. Okay. That's like the fair thing to do. That's generally what we do.
Yes, that is common. That is how you should do it. So I hope teams that didn't know that take notes.
Yeah, yeah.
See, even when we're not racing, we can still teach some lessons.
For sure, for sure. It's all about creating the fairest competition we can, and don't want any disadvantage. You never want to have like a lag advantage, give you good spots. Like I know
absolutely not.
In free for all, sometimes like when there's a big room crash, I hate when the host picks like a runner track. I prefer when the host picks like picks random, just because the host will always start in first in FFA. But
yeah,
that's unfortunately it's a hard rule to enforce in like a lounge.
Oh yeah, like
nobody really cares about
like
QC,
watching a
so.
stream.
Yeah. But thank you for everyone for tuning in to us to MK Central tonight as we're back on the cast. Been a hot minute, 3 or 4 weeks since our last cast. As we
yeah, it feels good for all of us to be back.
Yeah. As a new season is upon us, and it's gonna be some exciting stuff. I think they're doing MKU Fantasy again this year. Not sure when that draft is. That's always been something that fascinates me. So if you're playing that, make sure you learn your D20 players because you could definitely find someone good in those divisions. But we're going to Wario's Gold Mine, and so Arcanum getting their pick, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage of it.
This just in the one of the other quarterfinals. Shells from Hell has beaten Pirate Hackers, so they will be moving on into the other match we'll be seeing. Yet to be determined who won between the Real Panas and New War.
Gotcha. So Shells from Hell going to be featured in our next match. The only team to beat Arcanum, is that correct? Or I forget what you said.
Pirate Hackers beat Arcanum.
Okay. My bad. As very chaotic. This track very chaotic at the start as usual. Not my favorite track, but I know it's a good track for drafting.
One of the more crazier drafters, if you ask me.
Yeah,
it's a pretty wild track. It's not my preferred go-to.
Ooh.
Oh, taking the...
Never seen somebody take this route.
No, it's not a shortcut.
Yeah, no. It is slower by speed only than it was in MKW.
Yeah.
But it is safer if you're the only one going that way, so it's a trade-off you can choose to make. But Fran decided to get ready there, so it didn't work out for him. As pack's still very tight. As
yeah, this pack is very tight. Looks like the spots are pretty mixed with a few Arcanum, maybe more towards the upper side here. But 2 of them getting taken out right there by Ayano.
Yeah, well played. He has a bomb. He could do even more damage. And he could put a
they're
bomb back
all
there.
behind him. Yep, there it is.
We'll see. He
I
might have
think he
gotten
got at least
ally.
1.
Yeah, and slowing
he's gonna
red.
red this guy. Yep.
Okay, so 2, 3, 4.
Wonder who's first. Okay, first is the me, so it is Arcanum.
Yep. 2, 3, 4 right now for AV. They're gonna have to try to take out first if they can.
Yeah, they need to take out first.
Is trying not to trail his teammate here with the triple nanas, and looks like just a 2, 3, 4. Somebody coming in with a bill.
We were talking about laggier tracks earlier, and this is an underrated laggy track. In my opinion.
Yeah. There are certain spots that could be laggy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Track, yeah.
It doesn't
Oh,
Oh, the
getting the
bomb from
bomb, and that's
first. That'll
huge.
probably help. Unless Sky has a red after. Oh, that yep,
Didn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
There's a shot
Didn't
coming in.
matter.
Who's the shot coming from? It looks like it's going to be an Arcanum shot.
Probably Arcanum based on the dodges here.
Yeah. And,
Oh, but
not going for
Sand
the.
dodged and a ghost.
Yeah.
A
Green coming
green
in.
up.
Oh, red
Oh,
cells as
in
well.
red
Ayano,
slow.
get the hit.
How
Oh, he
is he
did get him.
alive?
How is
Okay.
he alive? And he might have bumped off the dry Bowser there.
I don't know what happened at the end of this
Oh,
race.
but they
Top 2 for Arcanum, though, which
and
is
it's
huge.
and it's still top 2 despite everything.
Yep. That might be what Arcanum needed to put this one away. Waiting to get the scores in. Oh, it was only 2. Okay, it was closer than I thought.
The Galley
But
still your team still has a chance. Is there
still's the chance. It's 56 with 2 races. You need 2 pretty big races,
two
high
very big
20s.
races? Yeah, very big. This is I'm not gonna say it's over, buddy, but it's gonna take a lot.
It's not looking it's not looking good.
Maybe
It is not
they
looking
should have
good.
thrown you in lineup instead.
Truthfully, I just didn't want to play.
Nope.
I didn't want to play and I didn't want to cast. I wanted to be behind the scenes, but you know, here we are.
That's awesome. It's all or nothing now for as what they're gonna go for Electro Jump. And
That's actually I'm surprised that they're picking that. That's not a track I would expect us to pick in this situation. So I assume at this point they're just like, let's just try something. So
yeah, you might as well. You haven't been won a race since race 2. Like you're gonna have to try something. And that's right. It's not over until it's over. So it's all now or never for Arcanum. Their lives are on the line. Runners assemble quarterfinal. And here we go. As Fran and his team looking to just put this one away. And we'll see how 8V responds.
So Arcanum gets a for sure win here if they get or do better than -14. Will be a for sure win for Arcanum.
Yep. Currently with some top spots early. Oh, but Fran getting taken out there. It's like Ayano trying to hold down the fort in the first or second, avoiding all the fire.
Wow.
Well done. Yeah. Scooty advantage, putting the bomb back, getting somebody, maybe getting his teammate too.
Yeah, it might have been a 1-for-1 on that one.
I think Focal survived that, so it might have been a smart play, but still a couple Arcanums up here in the front. That's all they need. They need to hold this, and they're going to be through the next round. 8V going to have to take him out. We see Luigi in the room in first place.
Oh, interesting. Someone did switch to Luigi.
Yeah, the better version of Waluigi.
The better version of Waluigi.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Waluigi's been overdue for his own game for a while.
He has. He definitely has. And maybe him getting the meta in this game was all part of the plan.
Yeah, maybe this is his game.
As he's going for the bomb side, but Ayano needs to connect on that. Unable to do so.
Doesn't get anybody, but I don't know if the red connected.
Yeah. It's a 2-3, but no, it's not. And so going into lap 3, it's a first place now for AVE, but that's it. It's a 2-3 right now for 2-3-4 maybe.
Bomb, and I don't know what he's trailing in first. He's trailing something.
But he's getting hit, so he trailed
Never
nothing.
mind. Oh, never mind. He wasn't trailing anything. Okay, my mistake. I thought I saw him trailing something.
And do you hold your shroom here if you're Fran? You do. Okay, I would agree. As his teammates behind him, and he just has to. Oh, he got the
what a pull! He's good. He's a bearing shock. He's set.
Yeah. And you see a Waluigi in dead last.
There's a Waluigi in the back, but it doesn't look like there's a shot coming in.
Gonna be too late.
Yep,
we're one shortcut away.
That is. He fails a little bit, but it's not going to matter. But that's probably curtains for Symphony here today.
Yeah, and he'll confirm in about a second here. And good game.
That
is absolutely good game.
Arcanum moves on.
Yeah, so the D5 upset over Division 4 Symphony. And yeah, so Symphony just never got into this war. They just never really.
Yeah, I mean, you're entirely right. It was the one TikTok race they won, and besides that, it was just Arcanum keeping a consistent flow of decent-sized wins, and that was all it took.
Yeah, and neither team had like a massive race really, except for maybe Dolphin Shoals, and so just well played from Arcanum. They got a couple clutch stocks they needed.
Hats off.
Yeah. really can't complain about their gameplay. They got the shotgun. I think Warrior Stadium was potentially a turning point for them because AV had top 3, but they were able to get the shock and get a +4 race from it. So um, that was just that was a big race in this war, and
Yep. At
uh,
this point, it's just all for makeup.
yeah,
That's all that is here. There's
yeah,
no plus minus doesn't matter. It's a single
yeah,
elimination tournament.
yeah, and
Arcanum plays Midnight Wasps. Shells from Hell plays. I'm gonna try and find out who Shells from Hell plays.
if you care about track picks like myself, it was 6-6. So even
TRP
split in
did win.
tracks. So it is TRP. Okay, so we'll
It
be
is, so
seeing.
we will be getting TRP versus Shells from Hell in our next match.
Gotcha. Cool. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed your first. I enjoyed my first war with you. We got one more coming, so hopefully,
Yeah, it was. Oh,
yeah,
I had a good time. I mean,
yes,
other
sir.
than the fact that my team lost, but
Just watch. You're
other
not
than
salty
that,
about it at all.
no, 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 I'm not mad at all.
Yeah.
As I go on my phone and flame them. No, I'm just kidding.
I think I picked Arcane to win by 6. Um, they're gonna win by a little bit more than that. So well done for Arcane. Um, and yeah, I think we have the Twitch chat where you can pick who wins the match. I think we should start doing the over under as well because I think that would make it
Yeah, we're gonna
interesting as
start.
well.
Yeah, we're gonna start betting. Yeah, and have some over
Yeah.
unders, some money lines.
Yeah, for sure.
Not much going on here in this race besides, Fran's been here in the middle hanging out,
Yeah,
seemingly just holding on to this ghost. Has to use it.
just hanging out, you know. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't pick Sweet Sweet. That's something they should have done. As, but hopefully we get to see that in the next war. An avid Sweet Sweet lover like myself. Um, and so even with the new build strat, I feel like people would pick Sweet Sweet more. I don't know. We'll see if that happens. Um, but a late shot coming in. That's according to Cone. That's their 98th shock. So just a roast them.
The 98th. Oh my
Yeah.
God, we missed a lot.
Yeah, we did miss a lot. But yeah, do you want to talk about a little bit about this tournament, like who ran the tournament and stuff like that?
Oh
We
yeah,
didn't really get to that in the
absolutely.
beginning.
So this tournament was ran by Nico and Jonax. Nico plays for Kart Avengers team. Jonax used to be on Kart Avengers team. Unfortunately, I don't remember where he is now. But they've both been just tremendous to work with for us over at OKC staff. Me, Knight, Chibi have been working directly with them to make this tournament run, and it's been running great. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
As Arcanum gets one strong race here to close out Symphony.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Is this tournament more of like a North American tournament where there are many European teams in the tournament?
There was technically 2 European teams. You would lean Midnight Wasps and New War would kind of
Gotcha.
European teams. New War gained some Mexican players as well as a few other players from the Americas before the
Yeah.
tournament started.
Gotcha.
But the time zones were definitely in favor of the Americas, but a few European teams did play. Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's great to see more tournaments being added, especially between the season. Great opportunity for teams to get themselves figured out before the next MKU. Definitely being the premier tournament in the community, but it's always good to see these other tournaments.
absolutely.
I'm trying to get the bracket to load on my computer. It is not loading, so we're in the final 4 now of the gold bracket. And we will see the 2 seed TRP versus Shells for Hell pulling off the quote unquote upset by 10 over Pyro Hackers. As TRP beat Noir handily by over 100. And Shells from Hell getting a narrow win over PH. So that's the match we're going to see next.